Hello everyone, NASCARman73 here. Welcome to today's video. I'm doing a face reveal Q&A type thing. So, yeah, I've tasked my Discord server with asking a bunch of questions that they'd like to know about me. So that's what I did. I've written down some of my favorite questions, and I'll be answering them. So without further ado, I'm gonna get this face reveal underway. Hello, hi, this is me. So yeah, all the commentary and everything that you guys have heard over the YTCS series and through my Diecast reviews and everything else, this is the face behind it. So, as you guys can see behind me, I have a bunch of NASCAR memorabilia, drag racing stuff behind me. See over there, some more too. But yeah. So without further ado, let's get these questions on the way. Native 20, I might be saying that wrong, and I'm sorry if I am. Asks if I will in some future do a NR 2003 league. Now, for those of you who don't know what NR 2003 is, which I'm sure just about everybody should know, NR 2003 is a PC NASCAR game. And to answer this question, I will not. And the reason why is because, one, I don't have the room for a PC, and two, I do not have a PC. So that being said, I kind of can't even if I wanted to. I'd love to do it. I'd love just to get the game and mess around, but you know, I don't have a PC, so I can't. Moving on. Collidable asks, how did you get the idea of starting Hooters Diecast Cup Series? So, for a little backstory here, whenever I first got Discord, I decided to create a diecast server where people just control their own car and race and everything. There we go. It's fixed. Where people just control their own diecast, race everything, have a good time, and I titled it the Hooters Diecast Cup Series. And Collidable is asking how I got the idea to do that. Well, there was another series at the time that I joined called the Geico Diecast Cup Series, and that's where I kind of got my inspiration from. So, to answer his question, it was from the Geico Diecast Series. I give full credit for my idea of Hooters Cup Series. I give full credit to Bo707 because he created the Geico Diecast Cup Series. I give full credit to that series. I give full credit to the owner of that series. So yeah, he is the reason, that series is the reason why I decided to create Hooters Diecast Cup Series. Moving on is NASCAR 07 fan, which he's asked a lot of questions, so just hang with me here. He has asked, how long have you been a Dale Sr. fan? Now, as you can't tell from the background and a bunch of my diecasts and everything, I am a huge Dale Earnhardt Sr. fan. I'm a huge fan of the Earnhardts. I love the older drivers like Petty and Kalwicki, Allison. I'm a big fan of them, but overall, I am the biggest fan of Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt Sr. So he's asking how long I've been a Dale Sr. fan. To answer that, I'd probably have to say since maybe I was 3. It was about time that I started getting into NASCAR. So it was about time my dad started getting me into NASCAR. And he helped me start my collection by getting me a few Dale Earnhardt magazines and a few diecast cars, which I actually use in my Diecast Cup Series, if you'll just hang with me here. I've brung back Hooters Cup. Some of those diecasts I use in the Hooters Cup Series. I have 2 of them right here. Oops, I just dropped one. We have Dale Sr.'s Wrangler number 3 here. I know the number's flipped, but that's the car. It's the Hooters Diecast Cup Series is what I use this car in. Hold that way, the number's right. So yeah, there's that car, and then there's also the Bass Pro Shops All-Star car. Those are two of the cars that he gave me to help start my collection that I use in the Hooters Diecast Cup Series. So yeah. Hootie also asks, will there be a driver to top Dale Sr. as my favorite? As of now, there is no driver to top Dale Earnhardt Sr. as my favorite driver, although there have been a few drivers that come close. One of them being Kyle Larson. I liked Kyle Larson, not including, him getting suspended for obviously using a racial slur that I do not like about him. But disregarding that, he is overall a great driver. Has been dominating the Cup Series this year. Just proving that if you put him in the right driving racing equipment, he can dominate. And another drivers who've come close is Bill Elliott, Davey, Allison, and Alan Kalwicki. Those are three of my favorite older drivers, obviously, because Kalwicki, I see him as the most underdog champion due to him, only winning 3 races, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna go win a championship. And of course he did that. Had a broken first gear while he did it, but he did it. He pulled it off, beating Bill Elliott and Davey Allison. Now, of course, Davey Allison and Kalwicki did sadly pass away in '93. Elliott went on to have a successful career. But Kalwicki, Allison, Bill Elliott, those are 3 of my closest drivers of the older era to come close to topping Dale Earnhardt Sr. But of course, none of them actually have. Another one from Hootie is, so just another little backstory here before I read off this question. My dad used to be a dirt racer. He used to drive dirt cars. Was in the street stock division. So, yeah, that's what this question is about. Hootie asks, how long did your dad race at the dirt track level? How many wins did he have, and what was his worst crash? My dad raced at the dirt track level from the 90s and retired for good about 2014 or 2015. I've counted his trophies from what he's won, and from just the ones that he showed me, he has over 50. Not to mention also, I'm trying to think, he has hundreds of trophies from what he's told me. A bunch of trophies just put in boxes sort of way. So yeah. And as far as his worst crash goes, my dad was at Clarksville Speedway, which is in Clarksville, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee. It's right there between them. What happened was he drove in deep on to pass for the lead, and second place hit him, spun him around, flipped him over, was using his car to push my dad's car, constantly flipping him over and everything, and it ended up breaking the drive shaft on the car, and after that he tore down the car, gave it new paint and everything, took it back out, and ended up winning with it. So that was my dad's worst crash as far as what he's told me. I do have a little side story that I do want to tell you guys. So one night, my dad and me and my mom, my sister, we were all coming home from a race at Morgantown, Cedar Ridge. Don't know if you guys have heard of that, don't know what that is. It's a track in Morgantown, Kentucky. We were passed by cop cars with their lights on. Well, we got down the road a couple miles, and they were pulled into a donut shop, lights still on, eating donuts. I just think that's just kind of a funny little story there. Anyways, moving on. Hootie asks, and this is the final question from Hootie, is what is your favorite Dale Sr. and Dale Jr. paint scheme? Now, my favorite Dale Sr. paint scheme, with ease, without a doubt, is Dale Sr.'s 2000 scheme, his 2000 All-Star scheme. Now, for you guys who don't know what that scheme is, just give me a moment here. I'm getting it right now. For those of you who don't know what his 2000 All-Star scheme is, here it is right here. It's the Goodwrench Peter Max Rainbow Car scheme, which nobody really knows why he did this scheme, but we know he did do it. Some people believe that it was mocking, like a mockery for Jeff Gordon, due to it like being rainbow and everything. Others just thought it was because Earnhardt wanted to change it up. Nobody really knows, but that is my favorite Dale Sr. paint scheme. As far as my favorite Dale Jr. scheme goes, he at Bristol he ran a full red, white, and blue Budweiser car. It's my overall probably my favorite Dale Jr. scheme that he's ever ran. That's just as far as the Cup Series goes. For the Busch Series, or formerly known as the Busch Series, and it went to the Nationwide Series. This was during the Nationwide Series that he ran this scheme. Was 2010. Don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about or not. It is the Jalapeno 250, I believe, at Daytona. They just introduced a new car, and so Dale Jr., as a tribute to his father, ran a blue and yellow Wrangler scheme, and he ended up winning with it. And that is my favorite Busch Series, or Nationwide Series, Dale Jr. scheme. Down to our final two questions here. Sam Camworm has the next two questions. He asks, why do you like Dale Sr.? There's a few reasons. One of them is because he is one of 3 7-time champions. He has some of the most memorable and iconic moments. Known for one of the dirtiest drivers. He didn't care if you were a friend or enemy. He would do what it takes to win on the track, whether it be wreck you or pass you. He would do whatever it takes. And obviously he had 76 wins. I said it has some of the most emotional moments, including his 76th and final win at Talladega, his 20-year triumph at Daytona, the pass in the grass, the Riverside race where he just like dished the track and ran straight through the sand for the lead. The Richmond race where he was driving with his knee and wiping down his windshield. Yeah, Dale Sr., he just had a bunch of iconic moments. So, that is kind of why he's my favorite. And, Sam Camworm, for the final question, asks, what's your favorite NASCAR track? My favorite NASCAR track, now you guys might be thinking, is Kentucky, because, I live in Kentucky, and Kentucky's my home track. But it's actually Talladega. The reason why is because, one, Dale Sr. won there 10 times. Dale Jr. won there 6 or 7, I believe. It's made for some of the best action-packed racing that there is since the restrictor plates got introduced. some of the wildest wrecks, such as Elliott Sadler, where he had a blowover and just like demolished the car. The windshield broke out of it and everything. Carl Edwards wreck where he got turned by Brad Keselowski, went airborne, went into the catch fence, and then Newman hit him. That's another wild wreck. Obviously Dale Sr.'s triumph from 14th to or 17th to 1st in 4 laps. So yeah, Talladega is my favorite track. And I just gave you my reasons why. So that being said, that is my Q&A. I might be doing another one of these soon. So if you want to see another one of these, go join my Discord server. If you want to go join the Hooters Diecast Cup Series, I'll link that in the description below too. If you want to follow my TikTok, where I post some like diecast stuff and other stuff like that, I'll link that in the description below. And that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. It really means a lot. This will be NASCAR Man 73 signing off with the first ever Q&A. Peace.